Hey my baby dolls, welcome back to another video. Today I am showing you guys makeup. I realized that my camera was not recording, that's why I was looking like that. But we starting off with primer. This is the NYX Angel Veil primer. I had already did my skincare, so my face is nice and moisturized. And it was definitely hydrated, so I wanted to apply some primer. If you like primers that is a velvet finish or a semi-matte finish, this is something that you will love. It removes the oil and all of your blemishes and pores, so it definitely sets in very well because my face right here does have a nice shine to it from my moisturizer, and you know, it was definitely hydrated, but it gave it's a velvet finish, which is definitely going to come out great for the foundation application. So here we're going to do the brows. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer and the NYX Powder Louder New Eyebrow Pencil. I am loving this pencil so far. When doing my brows, I like to start at the very bottom. I like to outline that first, and then I make my way to the front of my brows, and I do lightly strokes in the front, very light. I don't like to have boxy brows, and then I start my way to the top and I outline that top, and then we're going to fill in the brows in the places that it needs to be filled in. Also, when I'm doing my brows, I don't like to be too heavy-handed. You don't have to glide the pencil on too hard for you to get the results that you need. The lighter the better, that way your outcome can look much more realistic and natural. And I flip over the brush and use the spoolie to brush it through. And now we're using the concealer. This is the concealer I did show you guys. This is in the shade Caramel. And I realized that with this concealer, you don't have to use too much product. Sometimes I grab too much product. So you only need a little bit of this. This concealer goes a long way and is definitely full coverage. So that's just FYI for the ones that don't know. You don't need too much. Just take a little at a time because it stretches out and it goes a long way. So I did end up taking that concealer because I did use a lot of product. I just started to put the product underneath the eye. Under the eye, I just started blending the remaining of the concealer because, like I told you guys, this product goes a long way. So I end up doing this on both sides. This actually gives your face much more of a filtered look, and it also gives more of a full coverage look. This is a step that you don't have to do. This is just something I've been doing lately, and I make sure that the middle of the brows are not too close together. So I just make sure that everything is basically blended. So y'all, whatever eyeshadow was in my little makeup bag here, that's what we're gonna use. And we end up finding two eyeshadow palettes, which is the Naked Urban Decay palette and a random palette, which I don't even know where this came from or where I purchased this palette from, but we're gonna get into it, okay? So I end up using this NYX bronzer right here, the Buttermelt, and I have this bronzer here, this ColourPop, but child, it's baby, I done used it down to the pan. But we're gonna use this as our transition shade. It's so pretty. I love this bronzer, y'all. It's literally melts on like butter, but we're using it as an eyeshadow. Y'all know you can do this, okay? Just because it doesn't say eyeshadow doesn't mean you can't use it for the eyes. You can still use it. And I just blended this all over, and I'm going to show you guys a trick that I've been doing lately. For some of you may know, but if I do use a bronzer or a brown on the lid, I take that and I start to form my contour for my nose. And if I sound like I'm congested, that's because I am, y'all. Like, my voice, I feel like sounds so terrible. I'm so congested. My sinuses is really just extreme right now. It's terrible. But yes, you guys, anyway, I just wanted to say that because, yeah, it's really bad right now. I've been trying to get it together, but baby, it's terrible. I end up using the Naked Honey palette by Urban Decay, and I end up taking that third eyeshadow in the pan, and we're gonna take that all over our lid. You guys are going to see me use another shade for the palette, which will be the second eyeshadow shade, and it is a little bit lighter. This shadow right here seemed a little bit yellow, so I wanted to tone that down. So with the second shade here, that is going to give it, you know, that neutral, natural look. So I end up liking how it turned out. It looks really good. This is basically what I've been doing, you guys. Like, this is the eyeshadow look I've been doing as far as an everyday type of look. Now, if I wanted to get a little bit more, you know, deeper with the tones, I usually would go in the crease with a darker brown, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to leave it like this. It looks nice, it looks neutral, and then I go in with either the e.l.f. or the Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner, and I do a nice semi-thin wing. You guys know I'm, you know, very dramatic when it comes down to the liners, but lately I've been doing my wings like this, not too dramatic, but y'all know it's still there. It still give that like crisp look, but not as dramatic. And if you need to go in and fix the liner, I always say, you guys, just use a little bit of concealer to clean it up. I'm using these lashes here that was sent to me about probably 3 years ago for one of my baby dolls. I am going to open up another P.O. box soon for the ones that want to send me some things, but this has been in my kit for a very long time, and I'm finally using them. They're really pretty, very fluffy, very full, like I like them. Now the only difference is that these are super long. I have not worn lashes this long in a while. Now as far as the fullness of them, I have been wearing lashes this full, but the length are super long, so I had to just get adjusted to this length again because it's been a while since I've done long lashes like this, but they're so pretty. Lately, this Kat Von D foundation has been my go-to, but we're not going to use this one today. This is the shade I am currently in, and this is what we're using today, the NYX Blur foundation. I'm in the shade Nutmeg, and this has been my girl, okay? I am using a brush to apply this foundation. I've been enjoying using brushes for my foundation. I feel like the application comes out a lot more better. I don't know, y'all know I like to use my beauty blenders, but I've been loving the finished look. It gives it such a smoother finish. This NYX Blur foundation definitely is full coverage too as well, and I just love it because it just melts on your skin. It glides on your skin like butter. So if you love that type of application and that finished look, this will definitely be something that you will love as well. So I'm using the same concealer that I did use on my brows. This is in the shade Caramel. You guys will see me use another concealer, which is by the same brand, but a different shade. And that shade is in Pecan. I feel like this shade right here is more of closer to my foundation, but of course a little bit lighter than my foundation. This is just going to blend and conceal everything in place. You don't have to use a second concealer. It's optional. The second concealer is just something that I like to do because that's just going to give me that brighter under eye. It just brightens certain areas that I want. So after that is done, I'm using the second concealer, which is in the shade Pecan. So Pecan, like I said, is lighter, and I'm using this time a brush to blend this in with. and I use a little bit down the bridge of my nose too as well, so we can finish that contour. With this brush I'm using, I feel like it just blends lightly. I don't want to pat down too heavy, so I am using a brush really light. So I'm only making the areas bright underneath the eye, and then highlighting, of course, on the bridge of my nose for that contour. And that's the only places where I took that lighter concealer. Now it's time to finish the contour for the nose. I'm taking this angled brush. This angled brush is going to help with just contouring and dragging that brush down the nose. It just helps with the contour. That edge gives a better result for your contour. So yes, you guys, you can find like an angled brush just like this, you could use it. Now I love the fact that I did use that bronzer for my transition shade, because we could go all up and through that eyeshadow all the way up to the eyeshadow, because we did use it for that, and we're still using this bronzer as a contour, so everything just comes together. And once I get that together, I just blend out the rest of that concealer, and now we're going to set everything. And clearly got distracted trying to look at myself in the mirror and trying to check myself out, like, do I still got it? It do. Now on to setting this concealer. Now I am using this puff blender. I forgot what this called, y'all, but this thing right here, I'm so late in the game with using it, but baby, I am grateful that I started using this, because I didn't know how much I was gonna love it. It blends in your powder so good, so smoothly. It's so light, so soft, like I love it. Ever since I started using it, since the first day I started using it, I never went back to using my beauty blender to set my concealer. Like this powder, I think it's called Powder Puff, yes, blends really well. And then I go in with my brush and just make sure that everything is blended and there's no powder just sitting on my skin. I did realize that my camera did not record me doing my lip liner, but we are getting into the lips. This is the LA Girl Lumilicious lip gloss. Y'all, I love this gloss, baby. I've had this gloss for years in my makeup kit, but I just started back using it and I forgot all about it. Don't y'all love when y'all find y'all old lip glosses or foundations or whatever it is that you used to use, and you start using it again, and it'd be like, what? Like, how did I stop using this? It's the perfect nude shade. It's not too light, it's not too dark, it's so cute. And I did go in and put a little bit more of my powder on to set under my eyes with, so I just went and took my brush and just blended that out again. Y'all, and I did notice that my camera did not pick up me doing my contour and my bronzer, but the bronzer that I did use as contour was the NYX that I showed you guys in the beginning. Now we're using one more lip gloss. This is the Morphe Mason Beer collaboration. Y'all, I've had this lip gloss in my stuff for a long time, and I found it and I've been using it, so I'm just topping it off with this, and it's a little bit lighter, but yeah, y'all, that's basically it. I used a little bit of that, and yeah, this is the whole look, baby. I know y'all be doing y'all little dancey dance after y'all done doing y'all makeup and hair. Like, get into these lips, get into this look, baby. This is what I've been doing, and baby, this lip gloss right here is that girl. Get it. I don't know where I got it from. I probably got it from Target, because Target now sells LA Girls lip glosses, and screenshot this color because this is the one you need. It comes in different shades, but this is the shade Peach. And baby, she got me too good, too right. I love it because it's buttery, it's soft, it's not sticky, it's consistent. These are the sprays I've been using. Now this Morphe spray kind of finishes off dewy. This is good to spray after you've done your powder, your setting powder. If you feel powdery, this will definitely set it and make that powder go away. And this one right here is the L'Oreal Infallible. This bitch right here, this is like holding spray. Like, baby, we're gonna use a little bit of this. You need just a little bit of this because it's very strong and the smell will have you choking. So just FYI, be careful, okay? Just be careful using this because, yeah, this bitch be ready to knock you out. But she locks you in. That's one thing about her. She don't come to play. So I would say it's definitely long lasting like it does say. So yeah, she's worth the buy if you do decide to purchase. Okay, so this is my finished look. This is what I've been doing. This has been my go-to makeup look, and these has been my products I've been using, y'all. Like it's giving like a filter look. A lot of people been asking me what products I've been using lately, and this is what I've been doing. This has been my go-to. Let me know what you baby dolls think about it. I definitely feel like that NYX Blur and a L'Oreal Infallible definitely are too good together. Like, as far as the combination together, it definitely gives that filtered look. Thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know what y'all think and what y'all want to see next as far as makeup. And I love y'all, and I'll see you baby dolls in my next video. Bye.